Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Shall I start the inaugural section?
Yes, sir.
Good morning. It's my pleasure and privilege to welcome you all. I welcome you all on behalf of Department of Mechanical Engineering, Manakula Vinayak Engineering College for inauguration of AICT Training and Learning Academy sponsored one-week online faculty development program on design thinking. In this occasion, I extended my sincere thanks to Dr. Ravindra Kumar Soni, Director and Regional Officer, and the supporting staff members, AICT ATAL, for acknowledging us and guiding throughout. I extend my gratitude to Sri M. Dhanasekaran, our beloved Chairman and Managing Director, Sri V. Sukumaran, our respected Vice Chairman, and Dr. K. Narayanasamy, Secretary, Sri Manakula Vinayak Educational Trust, for their constant support and guidance. I extended my sincere welcome to our Director cum Principal, Dr. V.S.K. Venkatadipati, for his enormous support and guidance. In this occasion, I thank you and welcome our today's chief guest and inaugural section speaker, Dr. N.L.Parthasarathi.
Audible, sir.
Hello, is it audible, sir?
Yes, now it is audible, sir.
N.L.Parthasarathi, Scientific Officer G, IGCAR Kalpakkam, who accept our request to come over and deliver a wonderful lecture on design thinking. Welcome you, sir. My sincere welcome to all expert speakers for accepting our invitation and taken the effort to address on this online FDP. I extend my heartfelt welcome to all the active participants who have taken their effort to make their presence. I also sincerely extend my warm welcome to heads of the department and faculty members of our Sri Manakula Vinayak Engineering College. Once again, I will welcome you for this prestigious occasion of inauguration of online FDP on design thinking. Hemant? Sir, PPT. PPT. Sure. So now I go to brief about our college. Our institution, it's a 22 years old institution. It's approved by AICT and affiliated to Pondicherry University, accredited by NBA AICT in the 2 times and accredited by NAC with the A grade. And the second cycle also, an autonomous institution. So totally, you are offering 14 undergraduate courses in BTech level and 8 postgraduate courses. Out of 8, 6 from BTech and 1 MCA and 1 MBA. So these are the PhD program offered in our institution. 11 PhD programs we are offering in our institutions. So apart from this, our college is by having a School of Arts and Science and a School of Medical Science. So having a 17 Center of Excellence and 90 international certification courses. So apart from this, we are achieving for the past 22 years, we have got 118 gold medals and 703 3 top 10 ranks. So the major achievements of our students is a continuous winner of TCS that is national level competitions. He won the 3 times in Smart India Hackathons and Unisys Clouds and Mobilis, Inframind, Innovative, Shaponava. These are the events organized by national level by TCS. We are the winners of the consecutive of 4 years. So this is a remarkable achievements in placements. Up to 2020, 1,032 students are placed. So this is a design thinking workshop we are going to. Design thinking is a non-linear interactive process that term used to understand, use assumption, redefine problem and create innovative solution to prototype and test. Empathize, define, ideate, prototype and test. So definitely it should be increasing the impact on design thinking should be increased nearly 219% from 2014 onwards. Definitely this section should be very much useful for the faculty members to have a creative knowledge. Now I hand over the section to Dr. A. Tyagarajan, Associate Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, to give the introduction about today's resource person.
Video for that. So thank you for your wonderful speech and briefing about our today ATAL FDP on design thinking. Thank you, sir. So once again, it's my warm welcome and pleasure to honor to introduce our chief guest and speaker, Dr. N.L.Parthasarathi, sir, Scientific Officer, E grade, Materials Development and Technology Division, IGCAR Kalpakkam. Welcome you, sir. He graduated from Madras University with B Mechanical Engineering in the year of 2001, and he obtained his M.Tech degree in the specialization of Production Technology from MS University. Then he received his PhD in Manufacturing Technology from NIT Trichy in the year of 2010. Then he worked as a lecturer in Mogambique College of Engineering from 2002 to 2005. Then he joined as a project associate in Tata Steel Consultancy Project in NIT Trichy. He awarded as a young scientist for DST Fast Track SRC funded project in NIT Trichy. Now currently he is working in the field of metal forming tribology in IGCAR. He received many projects from various research funding agencies like DST DRO. He is also a prestigious author of number of research papers and books on the subject of advanced material, tribology, and metal matrix composition. He is an active member in various professional membership bodies. We are grateful for his presence in the ATAL FDP. Now I request Dr. N.L.Parthasarathi, sir, to give chief guest address to the participant. Sir, okay,
Fine. Now I am unmuting it. Whether I am audible now?
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Yeah. Good morning, participants. I'm very glad and delighted to share my views on the topic of design thinking. So today is a very auspicious day of inauguration. We have just kick-started the program. I hope the same energy, the same josh is being maintained in the forthcoming participating days. So today the talk is about ATAL Innovation Mission. Usually in the colloquial language of college students, they used to have one-liners, punch dialogues, like in YY exams of electrical laboratories, we ask funny questions like, what is the unit of power? What's that? Then yes, it's the right answer. What is the unit of power? Like that, who is the responsible body for COVID pandemic control? Who, sir? So first and second seems to be the question and same. Like that, the aim of today's program is AIM. AIM is ATAL Innovation Mission. So today's aim is AIM. This is the main motto or objective of today's talk. So speaking about today's relevance, which is needed for the design thinking, it is all about today's first session will be the introduction for the design thinking, which will get you know about the basics of design thinking sessions, how to start a design thinking process, what are all the different types of presentation methodologies, what is about the innovative way of showing the significances of designing goods. So this ATAL Tinkering Lab was initially planned by our central government for nurturing the neonatal children. It's very familiar among the school students in terms of ATAL Tinkering laboratories for say from simple workshops on Python, simple workshops on like Android related app creations, creating an awareness and sort of skill developments for youngsters especially. So in this perspective, my presentation, I assure you, this is going to give you some sort of some glimpses, some tip of the icebergs. Some places I would try to take the flavor little into the technology, since I am delivering it for a group of engineering faculty members who may take up their own research program very shortly, or already they will be in the part of their completion, which is going to get completed in the next few years or few months. They will be writing their thesis. They may try to get some input from this today's talk. So I invite all the participants for the next 1 hour. I try to show some of the practical examples which is existing in the current industry, current platform, current manufacturing sectors. So with this short introduction, I would like to get into my PowerPoint presentation. I thank the management, I thank the organizers, I thank the entire crew for choosing me for giving the inaugural first session as well as the opening day remarks. I thank from my bottom of my heart. With this gratitude, I would like to start today's talk. I'm now sharing the screen. Yes. Is the screen is visible now? Yeah. Is it visible now, sir? Can I proceed with this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. The rest of the participants can kindly unmute for the audio clarity of the presentation. So that will be fine if they can mute the rest of the participants. Yes. So you can see the topic of today's talk is just throwing light about the fundamentals of product design. In the very first slide, I have given a very historic. Can I proceed? Can I proceed? I get some kind of voice interactions. Yes, yes. So the first slide itself, I have started throwing some bits and pieces of the technical information.
Sir, unmute yourself, sir. Unmute yourself.
Is it audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it audible now?
Now, yes, sir. Now you can proceed, sir. Now.
Host to co-host.
Yeah, this is the first slide. First slide gives you the title or the topic of today's talk, that is fundamentals of product design. Right from the first slide, I have started giving some technical information. So you can see the left corner showing the Honda Cuddle, which is a very innovative product. You may be a little surprised. What is the need of a Honda company to launch a Cuddle? It's a baby product, baby stroller. Baby stroller na, like we used to have our babies and just stroll. It is like it is not that familiar in our Indian context, but European context you need to buy it, because if you want to take your baby, especially very juvenile, 3 months, 6 months, we should have a particular attachment in which it's a detachable, comes from a cuddler or a stroller. The product name is Cuddle. So cuddle அப்படிங்கிறது like it's a verb which has been given an adverbial noun for the product's name. So you may be wondered why Honda has launched a particular baby product. So that is the reason behind this. The reason behind that is they wanted to create advertisements in the streets. So instead of having a hoarding, instead of having an advertisement flux, or instead of having an LED screen showing Honda, if there is a product which is with their day-to-day life, then Honda felt it could be a nice way of remembering the product name again and again among the people. So as we all know, what is the basic the scheme or the skeleton of design thinking is empathizing, defining, ideating, prototyping, and testing. So I remember with the letters EDIPT, EDIPT, empathizing, defining, innovating or ideating, prototyping or testing, the final 5 letter. So the first slide itself is a mix-up of a historical temple design as well as the latest innovative automobile maker having a stroller design. Yes. So this is about my schema presentation. My schema presentation goes by like this. It has 5 parts in the presentation. First is the product research. Second is product concepts. Third is the product development. 5 is production. And the final one is, fourth is production. And the final one is about the launch. It is a rollout or a sales, product launch. So these are all the 5 different parts of my presentation. So the product research will be more like a literature survey, empathizing, how we are going to take the inputs for the design, product requirements. So if I can switch over to bilingual mode, konja Tamil, konja most of the research. So product research, like product, what are all the vital requirements for the product? Next one is ideas, innovation, nurturing, recognizing the design trends, trend, what is the requirement that is about the recognizing design trends. That one is product development, how to develop the existing one, the versions, Android, KitKat, next versions, like next, how to upgrade it to the next version, 2.0, 3.0, Windows 7, 8, 10, and then we go for like different operating systems. And finally, what is the issues in producing it? And finally, how to launch. Launch is very important. I think I have taken a very good example for it, especially in launch. Usually, none of the engineering faculty people take an example from the launch, but currently the industry is dull. Even then, the launch, I have taken a very good example. I personally feel no textbook, no slides will have an example of such, how to launch a product. So I feel, I have a strong feel that this launch will be a different kind of launch at the end of the 5th part of this scheme. Yes. So this is going to be the next few days Taraga mantra or the scheme or the skeleton. இந்த வார்த்தைகளை தான் அடிக்கடி இன்னொரு 2-3 நாளைக்கு நீங்க கேட்க போறீங்க. எம்பத்தைஸ் அப்படிங்கிற வார்த்தை, டிஃபைன்ங்கிற வார்த்தை, ஐடியேட்ங்கிற வார்த்தை, ப்ரோட்டோடைப் அப்படிங்கிறது, டெஸ்ட் அப்படிங்கிறது. எம்பத்தைஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது வொக்காபுலரியில இஃப் யூ ஹாவ் டு see the literal meaning, ஆங்கிலத்துல அப்படியே மீனிங் பாத்தீங்கன்னா கேட்கறதுக்கு சிம்பத்தைஸ் இல்ல சிம்பத்தினா ஒருத்தரை பார்த்து பரிதாபப்படுறது. கண்டிப்பா எம்பத்தி வந்து பரிதாபம் கிடையாது. எம்பத்திய சிம்பிளா சொல்லணும்னா, ஒருத்தருக்கு ஷூக்குள்ளார ஒரு ஆணி இல்லைன்னா ஒரு பூச்சி இருக்குன்னா ஐயோ கொட்டிருங்கிறத விட அந்த ஷூக்குள்ள நம்ம கால் விட்டு பார்த்தாதான் நமக்கு தெரியும், ஓ உள்ளுக்குள்ள ஆணி இருக்கு. ஸோ அடுத்தவங்களுடைய ரோல நம்ம போய் உட்கார்ந்து அவங்களுக்கு இருக்கிற என்ன கஷ்டங்கள் அப்படிங்கறத உணர்றோம். அதுக்காண்டி பரிதாபப்படணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. இன்கேஸ் அதே ஷூக்ல வந்து ஒரு பெர்ஃபியூமோ இல்ல உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப ரெசிலியன்டான ஒரு ரப்பரோ இருந்தா ரொம்ப ஹாப்பியா ஃபீல் பண்ணுவீங்க இல்லையா? ஸோ அப்ப நீங்க அவரை பார்த்து பரிதாபப்பட மாட்டீங்க. ஸோ இது மாதிரியான நியூட்ரல் ஃபீலை வந்து எம்பத்தைஸ், இன்னொருடைய நிலையை நம்ம உணர்ந்து அதை நம்ம உள்வாங்குவதற்கு பேர் தான் எம்பத்தைஸ் அப்படிங்கிற டெர்மினாலஜி. எம்பத்தைஸ் இஸ் நாட் அபவுட் சிம்பத்தி ஆர் கிராட்டிபிகேஷன் ஆர் எக்ஸ்கிராஷன் மாதிரி நஷ்டஈடு அது மாதிரி கிடையாது. எம்பத்தைஸ் அபவுட் லேர்னிங் வாட் ஆக்சுவலி பீப்புள் ரெக்வயர், என்ன வேணும். ஸோ ஃபார் தட் எல்லாமே நம்ம ஒவ்வொரு தடையும் உங்க ஷூவை கழட்டி தாங்க சார் உங்க ஷூவுக்குள்ள காலை விட்டு பாக்குறேன், எங்கெல்லாம் கிடைக்குதுன்னு பார்க்கலாம், கேட்டு வாங்கி அதை யூஸ் பண்ணி பார்க்க முடியாது. உங்களுக்கு பிடிக்குதான் உங்க ஃபுட்டை டேஸ்ட் பண்ணி பார்க்க முடியாது உங்க தட்டுல இருந்து. ஸோ வி நீட் டு கலெக்ட் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன், வி ஹவ் டு கண்டக்ட் ரிசர்ச். இப்போ என்ன மாதிரியான பீப்புளுக்கு என்ன மாதிரியான டேஸ்ட் பிடிச்சிருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு வி ஹேவ் குவாலிட்டி ஃபங்க்ஷன் டெப்ளாய்மெண்ட்ஸ், நிறைய data collection. We have lots of data collection. We have to conduct research as well as survey to have a deeper understanding of the user. That is empathizing. Next, once you have a set of information, now you are going to create a point of view about the user needs and insights. அவங்களுக்கு என்ன தேவை இருக்கு, what is the current requirement அப்படிங்கிறத டிஃபைன் பண்ண போறோம். ப்ராடக்டை டிஃபைன் பண்றதுக்கு நம்ம மார்க்கெட்ல இருக்க சர்வே எடுத்துட்டு என்ன டேஸ்ட்ல வேணும், என்ன சைசஸ்ல வேணும், என்ன கேரக்டர்ஸ்ல வேணும், என்ன ரேம்ல வேணும், என்ன ஆர்பிஎம் கெப்பாசிட்டியில வேணும், எவ்வளவு லோடு தாங்க வேணும், எவ்வளவு சிசி வேணும், எவ்வளவு இன்ஜினுக்கு கெப்பாசிட்டி வேணும், எவ்வளவு பிஹெச்பி வேணும், எவ்வளவு டார்க் வேணும், என்ன மாதிரியான டிரைவ் வேணும், ஆட்டோமேட்டிவ் டிரைவ் வேணுமா, கம்பைன் டிரைவ் வேணுமா. ஸோ when you have CVT, continuous variable transmissionக்கு என்ன அளவுல அக்செப்டன்ஸ் ரேட் இருக்கு சிட்டிஸ்ல. ஸோ you have to have kind of சொல்லுங்க சார், tell me. Yeah, yes. So when you get into this concept of empathizing, automatically you get into the process of learning what the people really require. How do you conduct the literature survey of research? After the empathizing and the collection of data is being carried out, automatically you have a set of information which can be made into the proper definition of a product. The second stage is definition of the product. So you are creating a set of database. Using the set of database, you are defining the product. The third stage is ideation. This is a very important process in any product design process. Ideation is nothing but innovation or developing. So ideation will always come from brainstorming. Brainstorming is a very beautiful term. So I have 1 rupee, you have 1 rupee. We exchange each other our own 1 rupee. At the end of the exchange process, I have 1 rupee, you have 1 rupee. It's very simple. I have 1 rupee, you have 1 rupee. We just exchange our rupees. I have got your 1 rupee, you have got my 1 rupee. There is no addition of the values. Whereas I have an idea, you have an idea. You share your idea to me, I share my idea to you in a win-win condition. At the end of the process, I have 2 ideas. So this is the process or the ultimate thing in ideation or brainstorming. Many creative solutions are possible only you have a brainstorming sessions. You have to sit. The meaning of conducting different brainstorming sessions for equipping and developing and enhancing the performance of a workforce or a design group is purely dependent on the quality of the brainstorming. So you have to generate number of potential solutions by giving yourself for your team, as well as you're giving the freedom for thinking. So you are naturally nurturing the ideation among the working group. Now you have already got the information. The information is transformed into the definition. Definition is in the form of ideation. Now what? You have to make a model. This process is called prototyping. Building a prototype is actually a first one of its kind of a model to test your hypothesis. Now you have got a set of information and the defined design concepts and a proper idea to execute. Now what next is to create a prototype. Prototype is a modeling process. Creating a prototype lets the designer to have reassuring, re-evaluating whether they are on the right track. And it often sparks different ideas. Prototype form we get a lot of ideas. lot of modifications, whether to overcome, whether to rectify, lot of ideas will have. So that is why a lot of product after getting launching, they get a rollback. They buy back all the products getting launched and do the minor modification. Again, they relaunch. They give this modification as a goodwill building without charging the customers. We have seen a lot of automobile examples. They roll out the model first. Later, they encounter technical snags, technical difficulties in braking, technical difficulties in sensors. Immediately, they buy back the product, they refix it, they refurbish it, they give it in the showroom condition, and they give it to the customers. This gives you the goodwill of the company among the customers. Final one is testing. Return to your users from the feedback. So testing is of two sides. One is from your side, the other one is from the customer side. On your side, when you are launching an automobile or any other product, you go for various quality control checks. Like in automobiles, you have lots of crashworthiness to give the rating of 5-star, 3-star. When you have the airbags in your front row, side row, door rails, everywhere, when you have 6 to 8 airbags, automatically your crashworthiness will give you 5 stars. Recently, Tata has achieved all their models in a 5-star status. The recent addition to the 5-star status from the Indian automobile context is Mahindra, Marazzo, XUV300, XUV500, all their models are gradually upgrading from their 3-star, 4-star status to 5-star status, because 5-star status for occupant safety is become a mandatory safety requirements in European, Asian, as well as international automobile requirements, stringent yardsticks, as per the stringent yardsticks required. So these are all the 5 pillars what we are going to see. This is again a split up of a view which gives you the idea generation. Whether the idea is worthy enough, we need to screen it. We do a lot of round robin check. How many ideas are being generated? In how many ideas? Which are all the worthy ideas which can have a very promising product? And how do you have a concept development in the ideation? After that, once you have a product in your mind, there should be a strategy. What is the execution process? How much will be the demand? What will be the gap for a particular product to reach a break-even point? Where should we want to revamp the product? Nowadays, you can have lots of automobile companies. You recently, you can say Swift has reached its break-even. Again, they have a retrofitted. Again, they will have a retrofitted version. Means it's a renewed version, reloaded versions. So that strategy we should now, Baleno has come with a reloader. Very recent current trending one is i20. Hyundai i20 has fully reloaded with a new i20 version. Already old i20 was there. Later it came i20 active, active and sports, fluidic model. Now they have a very recent i20 model with that of a rear polishing, the total grille which has the glittering red light as a line. So now that is the trendy back view spoiler effect in the hatchbacks and the premium hatchbacks. So you should have a strategy. Then you go for the development to the next levels. What next? What next? What next? Then you go for the test marketing. So that is a totally dependent on MBA people who concentrate on strategies, forecast, predictions, festival sales. Now currently we are in the Diwali festival sales. Then how to go for the commercialization? We need to do commercialization with respect to the country in which the product is getting launched, among the class in which the product is launched. What is the buying ability? So like that, the product is getting introduced to the market. So from idea generation to screening, screening to the concept development, development to the strategy, strategy to the next product development, then the test marketing, commercialization, and there ends your introduction. So this is how we start our product research. How do we do a product research? What is a research? Research is nothing but collection of information by having a sound literature. Already people have done a lot of exploring things about the information. A product design, what is the prior thing is required is product research. So when you want to do a product research, then it will lead you to a good product design. So first you have to find the market opportunity, whether there is a need of a particular product. What is the scope of opportunity? What is the scope of market? Defining the problem. That is the second step. Then you have the development of the solution. And finally, the prototyping and the validation. This is how a product design works. I have taken an example of normal Edison invented a normal bulb which has a tungsten filament and a gas filled in it. which we gradually transition due to the concept called power saving. Then we need to conserve energy. We just upgraded from a normal bulb to an LCD bulb. It's an LCD. I have intentionally put an LCD. Now the current trend is next level of upgrading from LCD to LED. Why we go for LED? The amount of heat output given by the LCD is more. And one more problem faced in disposing the LCD failed bulbs, fused bulbs, is the mercury which is being coated inside the bulbs, which creates very carcinogenic, very harmful for the human mankind. So the mankind who is disposing the waste is very significant when you design a product. So naturally what you should do is, now the upgrading of LED from LCD is being having the concept of environment friendly nature. So these are all the cycles, the needs, the concept testing, prototype testing, instructional field studies, experimental and non-experimental, research support. It forms a product research life cycle. So the example what I personally feel is making an LED from an LCD, which evolved gradually from a bulb. So now you see the gradual graphical process, a fundamental research of a product. How do you get introduced with the number of informations? Where do you acquire the growth in buying the number of customers, in creating the goodwill among the customers? After a period of time, naturally we reach the break even, that is the maturity of the product. And thereafter you get a decline. So this is the potential phase you have to think about your development. And this one is the product opportunity assessment. The maturity is so. This is the particular zone. You can see the current market with Tata, who has launched an Ultras. They have offered no any of the offering or no like usually they give cash subsidy, exchange offer, bonus for boosting their sales. But a product which is already incredible and have enough waiting time, there is no such offers. You can see among the products in the Tata cars, Tiago, Harrier, Nexon, and the Ultras, all the cars have the cash bonus offers, whereas the Ultras did not have any cashback because they have assessed the product opportunity. The waiting period is more. Ultras has created a 1 lakh competition with the Baleno and the competitors like i20 or the any other premium segments in the particular level. So Ultras has created a very good assessment. They have done a very good product assessment. Now they are not giving any offers for the particular brand. So now this is about the designing of people. How do people design? What is the difference between a chaotic form and what is harmonized logical form? Chaotic apina, it is like noodles. We don't know what is the top or what is the bottom part. Top and initiation and exit point of a noodles is not known. That is chaotic form. Whereas when you streamline one by one all the chaotic information, accomplish everything through others, you get a lot of information. Some kids will say, my view for the road is not good. The seat belt is hurting. The plastics is smelly. A lot of inputs for the input from the automobile sectors. At the same time, for computers, you have lots of screen blurring. You have the corner getting illuminated in the Samsung Galaxies. A lot of issues coming, which is first listen to have a chaotic behavior, little confusing and cumbersome. Whereas when you harmonize one by one, like linearly, it becomes a logic reasoning. So there is a mild difference between logical reasoning and chaotic people kind of thinking. But when you gradually wrap up like a tape roll, automatically it becomes your impact on the mission gets automatically maximized. So we need to start designing the product for people. This is the ultimate basis of fundamental word called empathize. Designing for people. You're not going to design for some elite process. You're not going to design it for some requirement. So your product should be designed, conceived by thinking the people's requirement. The product research study for an automotive industry. I was saying about the case study by taking in automotive industries. In automotive industries, there are three sort of research carried out by the company called Infinity Research. One is the benefits what are all the benefits acquired by the company in terms of sales returns, and what are the predictive insights, the increase of profits by producing commodities meeting the market requirements. And final one is the business challenge, which to gain unique insights into the thoughts and perceptions and intended consumers. Yes, now you go for the further introspection of professional requirements like design of medical devices. Earlier we had an example of automotive perspective. Now medical devices requirement will be different. It will have a concept called ergonomics. Think about a bone is getting re-augmented. If a person has fallen in a bike accident, his femur, the longest thigh bone, got broken. The fractured bone should be re-augmented by fixing a steel fixation. So the fixing of steel bioimplant on their thigh bone is called re-augmentation in medical terms. It cannot be a non-ergonomic device. It should be an ergonomically compatible. It should not have a protruding outside from the thigh for the sake of strength and ruggedness. Augmented bone cannot be a shapeless. It should be ergonomically. He should sit in a normal chair. He should get accommodated in a bike. He should get accommodated in his car seat. So ergonomics is very required. So reliability, he cannot do the replacement every 3 months. It should be a lifetime replacement. Durability, maintainability, regulatory requirements, sterilizability. A new bacteria should not grow on the re-augmented steel fixations. Bone steel plates. The steel plates la where bacterial growth. So the requirement of biomedical devices is totally different from an automobile perspective. Then what is the business aspect? Competitive product research. What are all the competitive business product? Chrysler, Johnson & Johnson, Apollo, lot of products are there who launch their own products, their own implants. Siemens are the very leading pioneers in terms of biomedical and biomedical electronics. Product strategies, branding. Branding is very, very important. And the final one is the design aspects. Since the medical devices are much involved with aesthetics, beauty factor is very, very important. Use of colors, materials, and forms, especially for celebrities, maybe sports celebrities who get more tanned in sun, or even cinema celebrities who wants to get tan or hit for certain star casting. For certain star casting, they want to retain the complexion. They have only very limited period to get prepared for the movie. For them, the stardom is maybe 5 to 10 years. Within their product assessment period, they have to achieve highest amount of income. This is the defining of needs. How does you have the split up of essential requirements of a good product design? Your good product design should cater the functionality, repairability, reliability, aesthetics, durability, producibility, simplicity, and compactness. This altogether we call it as a ruggedness of a product. The functionality should not be compromised. It should be easily repairable. It should not be just replaceable. It should be repairable. Reliability, the amount of dependency which we can have as a customer, and aesthetics, beauty factors, and how long it lasts. So such kind of terminologies are being vital factors which involves to define needs. So the product concepts we have to, the first slide itself I showed a temple and a Honda cuddle. Our temple is a legacy system. New system is actually the Honda cuddle. So temple, we all know its maintenance cost is high because it's made up of stone, cement, lot of mortar. It have lots of craving things. We need to maintain it by sandblasting. We need to maintain, we need to get the concurrence of endowment department, archaeological department, and the who are maintaining the people. So it involves a lot of, the legacy one actually costs you more. And there is a chance of data loss. Somebody who has carried out the maintenance earlier may not be available in the next year. So there is a vital problem, significant problem in the legacy system. Performance will be low, technical limitation. We may not be able to do the 100% required service, or the customer satisfaction will be missing because it is a legacy one. The new system which is emerging in the current trend of product designing is we have the first attractive low hanging fruit is low maintenance cost. I always attribute this low maintenance cost as low hanging fruit. Low hanging fruits are not only easy to harvest, but also very tasty since it's very low in hanging. So we can enjoy the taste of the fruit very easily. Since the maintenance cost is less, we can have always the customer care as well as the showroom condition feel in your automobile and your products by low maintenance cost, more efficient. in terms of speed, in terms of performance, in terms of efficiency, high performance, the same one. Scalable application. See, suddenly you have bought a particular system which can have an expandable RAM, expandable 7-seater, expandable accommodating, expandable inflatable ones. So such kind of taglines will become USP. USP is unique selling point of your product. So you always should have a scalable application, which we have an LED sound, LED theater, LED TV, which can be connected with the home theater. We need not invest separately for a connector between a home theater and a LED ones. So we need a LED TV which it can play the pen drives, in which it can also capable of playing our internet also, YouTube videos. We need to have a scalable application. The same way using the TV, we can attend phone calls. We can have the navigations by receiving GPS. So a lot of facilities being scalable in one particular product. So now the current trend of industry is Industry 4.0. Industry 1 was a normal one, what we have with very basic invention of wheel, inventions of the fire, and invention of textile cloth weaving. That was the first very basic ones. Gradually it went into the industrial ones. How to have a lot of mass production in it. So naturally, after this mass production has slightly taken over, the second one was vitally by the logistics, invention of cars, automobile. That was the second set of invention. Third one is automation. Automation means you have less amount of human manpower involved in the execution process or manufacturing. The final one is absolutely controlled by the internet, IoT platforms. IoT platform enhanced industries are the current trend in Industry 4.0. We are already using a lot of IoT platforms without knowing they are IoT. Say, for example, Ola, Uber, Zomato, Swiggy, all are being the wonderful products of IoT platforms. So we are minimizing a number of workforce unnecessarily deployed for a least amount of demand. So lot of pop-ups in the mobile. Somebody has a Swiggy person's mobile, there will be a screen which shows what is the demand, where is the per location to collect. So he becomes the messenger. So he needs to achieve a number of customers and he has to go to pick up place. He has to deliver it. If he can achieve particular amount of customers, automatically he will get the per day incentive. So this is the wonderful products which can be used as a derivative of IoT. So this is what the 5 best IoT examples: Amazon IoT, Google Cloud IoT, Microsoft Azure, Oracle in IoT, IBM Watson IoT. I hope these all IoT platforms might have come for your college for recruitment. So every one of us or every one of the computer base or other students or other faculty should be aware of such short-term courses conducted by Niti Aayog or NPTEL lecture courses. They should get abreast with the current technology so that you can give maximum input towards the students to make themselves as well as the students to have updated knowledge about the current job trend. IoT is having a vital role in all the departments, right from mechanical, civil engineering, computer science. It has spared no departments. I'll show a few of the examples. These are all the 5 best IoT platforms. Yes, these are all the very nurturing ideas. BlaBlaCar. BlaBlaCar is earlier very famous in India, but later it could not take up. But European concept, it is nothing but a carpooling app where you want to see during pandemic times, we are not affordable to take a common public transport system. Once you have a car, we can sanitize it, 3 of us or 4 of us. If it's a 7-seater MPV, we can have 3 people sitting in each row, a driver row without accustoming person, the second row person, 3 person go in a 6-seater with proper social distancing and barricade. Like City Mapper is like Google app, Didi is another app. Jimmy is a Jimmy. I think I have an example. It's a scooter like it was a successful model even Chennai Metropolitan. They had a cycle thing. Mobike is one such. Ola is a known one. Uber is also like that. Line Bike, Via, Motivate. These are all the different platforms in which IoT is become a vital role in choosing the product and giving the customer satisfaction. Yeah, this is the Jimmy product. The main highlight of the Jimmy is the scooter. It's an electrically driven one. The first mile, you have to book it through an app, and you can see these many cars occupying. If it is a Jimmy operated city or metropolitan, you naturally congestion will be less in due to the lessening of the traffic. Obviously, carbon emissions will be very almost nil since it uses a battery powered one. We have different source of picking it, and the last mile, first mile trip. So the metro provided. So you can, from your home, you take this, reach to metros, use the metro for the mass transportation, and from there to your place, use the next mile. This is the way the Jimmy works. Actually, in Chennai Metropolitan Chennai Metro train, they had this facility. Currently, due to the pandemic condition, they have discontinued it. But otherwise, it was a very successful way of having the commuting by its very go green kind of transportation. So this is the way how they just stand on it. And remember, you should have maintained the same posture. A person who is very obese, more than 100 kgs, cannot definitely stand for a quite long time. Though standing is an inactive process, your posture may have the problem in your weight management. So you need to maintain a minimum weight to stand on this, because it will have its own level to carry the occupant's weight. So this is gradually from so on, we have seen some biological implants, some computer based, some transportation, automobile based. Now this is a civil engineering based product. What is the need of the product? Usually when there is a civil construction, after 5-year or 6-year period, there is a kind of corrosion in the rebars. Rebars are nothing but a steel reinforcement. This is the X-ray image. What do you see from the concrete? Usually what we do invasive. We break the concrete, we get into the steel structure, we cut it and we rebuild it, and we do the repair work in the construction field. But instead of doing such invasive, destructive civil repair, there is a concept called PROSEC. This machine is just a scanner using infrared technology. It gives you X-ray like rebar full without breaking it. You can see the image here. There is the continuity in the steel. Some places there is discontinuity. Some places there are red spots. So different color codings and continuity in the steel structures make you to understand that the steel structure as a rebar has undergone a terrific corrosion. So the corrosion can be sensed without breaking the civil concrete structures. Once you ensure there is a discontinuity, now you can do an invasive, that is destructive repair work. Unless if we are very doubtful, we may be breaking up unwanted portions also. So in this way, we can save our time as well as our workforce, as well as resources is very much saved. This is for civil non-destructive people. The company which offered this particular product is PROSEC. They have infrared based non-destructive steel rebar corrosion study equipment. And this is about a mechanical device in which we need to have in situ hardness tester. We cannot carry our Rockwell hardness tester or a micro hardness tester to the place where you want to ensure the hardness. You want to study the in situ, or surface, or turbine blade, hardness, or structure, what is the requirement. If you want to ensure, it is not possible to carry your hardness testing machine to the site. It may be a 50 degrees Celsius desert in Gulf. It may not have a proper loading or footing structures in the particular industry. So this is a portable lead tester, lead hardness, in which a resilient ball will bounce on it and the hardness will be plotted. Yes, you can see that EcoTip sensor. You have a ball which falls on the surface, it rebounds back. Amount of energy stored by the surface and it rebounding back is being calibrated as the hardness by standard references. First, you will calibrate with the standard reference surface. Then the test surface is being studied by this EcoTip process, and the hardness is being plotted by this particular process. Comes with out and out Apple tablets. The reason why Apple tablets were calibrated or connected with EcoTip sensors are it cannot be attacked by the hackers because of the Apple platforms. Usually all viruses, all hackers, they aim either Android or other Windows platforms. That is what the hackers work. This Apple is the most safest OS, so they can have the preservation of their data. Since the industrial data, any data which is being a wrong data is never wasted. If you do a wrong data, it is not a waste information. For them, it's a history. They always keep a backup of the particular stored data in their several servers. This is a closer view. you have the comparative study of hardnesses of different materials, you can right away do the instantaneous in situ comparison of hardness values. You just to take like a click normal pen, your or otherwise your Accucheck sugar testing machine, just you lift it and drop it, the ball inside that drops on the surface rebounds, and the amount of resilient rebound energy is converted into the hardness values as calibrated from the reference standards. So this is how now we are going to see about the current usage of 1 minute. Yes. The current usage of the augmented reality and virtual reality. We are day-to-day life, we are using a lot of augmented reality and virtual reality, but we may not be informed that the facility what you use is augmented reality or virtual reality. Augmented reality is you get into some streets of Pondicherry, you just click on your augmented reality screen and just pan it. You come to know OA rooms 1,000 per day, OA rooms 1,500 per day. Otherwise, you just move it, pizzas delivered at the rate of 370 per special pizza, top pizza, these kind of several ways of products with the tagged balloons appearing. That kind of balloons appearing to the product is called augmented reality. Already we have it. We click on our selfie camera. In a selfie camera, we just watch our face. It says 21 years male. We may be slightly older, but we'll be very happy for it. Yeah, I am 21 years male. So that is the first augmented reality which is being incorporated in your Android camera. So then what is virtual reality? Whatever you see, movies, cinemas, that comes under the virtual reality. Video games all come under virtual reality. We will have some few examples related to this. So you may ask, is there any kind of mixing of that? Augmented reality, you have told. Virtual reality is movie, that also you have told. Any intermission or any transition between? Yes, there is a transition between VR and MR. That is called MR. MR is mixed reality, transforming businesses. You can see that people holding different sensors. Actually, the slide has been created well before the pandemic. So even then that we have sensors to check the temperature levels or the amount of the requirement in the temperature or the some kind of conditions in their heat or some kind of things. We have sensors to ensure there or to have a kind of barcoding to have authenticated entry systems. They use a type of reality which is a transition of virtual reality and augmented reality. Yes, this is the classic example of having a virtual reality 3D games. This one product will give you the feel of getting into the virtual world. Gaming industry is the vital, as well as now visiting monuments, going to places, study a segment. Now by Google glasses, IoT equipped, all works in the concept of IoT. So we have potential scope for service industry in this virtual reality field. Yes, this is a Pikachu game. Though we are a victim of blue whale games and other Pokemon suicidal games, we should not get addicted to that. But you should know those platforms work with such kind of augmented and such kind of virtual reality. You go there, when you take a pic, it will appear in your screen. It will give some assignments. Go to a particular shop, buy some shirts, go to a particular next task will be given. So you keep on getting addicted. So you should know where to detach yourself from such games. But you should know this is the actually always there is a positive side and negative side. There is two sides of a coin. You should know where to flip and where to stop. Yes. You can see that when you have an augmented reality, you get into some countries where you don't speak their language. You cannot ask where is the 42-inch band kept. Otherwise, simply you want to have a M12 bolt. You want to ask a French person, how do I get a M12 British thread bolts or buttress threads? Some kind of thread specifications you had. You want to buy a kind of some specified sensors. Where you have an IoT enhanced augmented reality based shop floor, they give a tablet, automatically it gives you the pickup. You take a right turn, there are all the items stacked. What is the price tag associated? What is the technical specifications? All will be filled when you have a very kind of it should be an explorable as well as explicit. I just wanted to say an explicit amount of information available in the augmented reality in your hands in the form of gadgets. In incorporating the augmented reality by getting the informations of different products, it makes you highly independent to choose your own products. Yes, you can see that this is the Bosch invention of seeing an introspection of checking the soundness of weld. So you have several kinds of introspection. You can see the A pillar, the B pillar, the C pillar. This is actually the exploded view of the BIW, they say, body in white of an automobile. So you can ensure the different tailor welded blanks, and as well as where are all the hinges, the joints, the soundness. So instead of going a continuous usual ultrasonic non-destructive, this is not only non-destructive, it gives you a live hands-free as well as exact visualization of the locations of welds to ensure the soundness of the particular joints, hinges, and welded structures. So this is how you do that. So when you want to do it for the machining process, you can even study by the color change, the temperature build up in the machine tool interface, the RPM can be sensed. You can have a unintervented, some places you have certain places where human presence is not preferred, like say for nuclear industry, say for some chemical industry, say for cryogenic milk treatment, where you need a kind of a computerized control which will have a strong monitor of all informations. So such kind of robotic things, it's being further monitored by a IoT based sensors, which will have the monitoring of temperature by the change in the colors of machine tool interface, amount of sound which can be interpreted with the RPM, or the any random noise which ensures the failure of bearings. Such kind of incorporation with the calibrated sensors, they do the reaping of fruits from the augmented and virtual reality. This will be of more of augmented mixed realities. So now we come to the gradual. We have already seen what is literature, research. Second one was ideas. What are all the different ideas we have seen? Medical ideas. We have seen some kind of automobile related ideas, some kind of gaming ideas, some kind of maps, how Google Maps, how those popping up of balloons come, those kind. Now we are going in the product development stage, how the concept is selected, where do we have the product development, and finally you should have the functionality. So this is the split up of the block diagram, which creates that is the first initiation. Creation is the first process, where you have the exact product development is taking the ideas from the creative part, and how to have the development, how to enhance it, and the innovation part is very, very important. Innovation should be there for your unique selling product or unique selling point of your product, and where is the scope of development. So these are all the vital block diagram areas. So this is again one more thing in which you want to study the product development. You have quality assurance and testing. You have porting of cross-platform, deployment, who should be deployed, what is the support and maintenance offer, the performance tuning, the research support through prototyping and development. All vital areas are being embedded like a spider structure, which will yield you all these things. A very sound research, a very sound prototyping should be having the product development. So this is how the idea, detail investigation, development, testing, and market launch. From there, how the development process is. So this tunnel or this funnel method is actually how do you do the brainstorming thing from planning to the concept to the system design. From the detailed design, you go for the testing and end up with the production ramp up. That is actually the functionality, or you are finding the producibility. How it can be produced. So these are very funny examples. I usually go for mechanical engineer students to do this product design, and almost I left with all men. So this is a typically misdiagnostic wrong example. Naturally, how Nokia failed in not investing their software on Android. They just relied on some Symbian platform, Windows platforms. Now they are actually paying back. Once they were the leading mobile marketing people, mobile role players, game players. Now the Android with Samsung and Redmi, they have taken the thing. Why? Because they have the most recent concept called Android. When you are not willing to upgrade yourselves, you will be at the loss. So this is a very, very bad misogynistic meme. I just apologize for it. Just since I go with most of the mechanical guys, I just see this. So when you want to play a toy like a joystick like mouse, especially for the virtual gamers, there are, I see lot of Play Store, Xbox release 4, Xbox 5. There are lots of addiction. I still feel good for those addiction because it is combined with substance addiction like alcohol, substance addiction like cocaine. So when you compare it, it's really good. It's okay. We have some kind of quality mind as well as as far as you are able to have a planned version. Yes, 1 hour I'm going to play an indoor game. 1 hour I want to have an open air. So as far as you want to have a de-addiction from such process, video games are really doing a very good thing. Psychiatrists are deploying it for de-addiction programs in European context. Now the Indian context also, psychiatrists started administering video games for de-addicting from substance abuse, especially in alcohol de-addiction programs. These are all the different. You may be asking, what is the vitality of having a color? Because for a boy, joystick is just joystick. For a girl, it's a color thing. They need purple, they need pink. So there comes the aesthetics. Anything, I just see, I have a daughter of who is in the class 3. She usually, whatever thing we get, she will ask, why not purple? Why not pink? So some girly things are there, and even the color, even the design, the requirement of color. So this is a very good example of an Audi. Earlier, the first slide I showed a Honda company supplying a stroller named Cuddle. The name of the product of a stroller, baby stroller, was a Cuddle. This is a saddle which is being designed by the Audi. Audi, they say. Audi is the company who has created the saddle. You may be just wonder what is the need of a particular saddle. Saddle will be used in the horses, for polo players, for horse riders. But you may be just surprised the effect or the impact of the product in the society created by Audi. Yes, this is the product development, not for a common rider. They have created a product which is developed in such a way it can suit a cerebral palsy affected patient or a kid to ride a horse. Riding a horse is always a very big dream. It's a for some of the people it's nightmare. For some of the people it's a very big dream. I have ridden a horse. That kind of feel. For especially the cerebral palsy artistic kids, they will definitely appreciate, but their coordination may not permit them to ride a horse with stability. So Audi has developed a kind of seat belt as well as an innovative product development so that the people who are affected with cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy, autism, these kind of people can also enjoy the happiness of. So the devotion, the feel for the society, they empathize the patient, they empathize about the customers, final users. So this is how they do that. This is an example what our kitchen accessory has taken. I have taken a very live example of a kitchen accessory. இது வந்து ஒரு food processor, cut பண்ணும், chop பண்ணும், juice பண்ணும். இதை வந்து they do the company who has taken this project, the company name is Desmania. Desmania name itself, I am just admiring the name because design is Des. Maniacs means, you can see, maniac means who takes the things to extreme. It's a bipolar kind of maniac and depressive. Depressive now, I feel very sad. Maniac, I can do this. I am the best person to do this. The maniac kind of episodes. So you see the name Desmania. They have taken a very much innovative product, but it's a failed product. They took a product, they did a lot of modifications, and they launched it in Amazon, and it turned out to be a very nice product. You can see how do they do that. First, they did strategic design partnership. They do idea factory. They do this learning of innovation LED design, and finally the code cost optimization through design. This is the 4-step process of Desmania. So I have given the reference of the Desmania company who has taken as a product design company already existing in Indian concept. So how they created their company, they chosen the product from the Glen. Glen is a very leading kitchen accessory company, and they are category from India. What are all the pain point? Means the Glen has pointed several drawbacks in their own product to this company. This company will offer an ideation to Glen and they will launch the product. So there is a scope of a company like Desmania to address the Glen product. What's the pain point? What are the drawbacks? Glen themselves agree that there are too many parts. Operation in hands are not free. They are not as easy. Staining of the plastic. Because food products, we use tomatoes, we use ginger, we use garlic, we use beetroots, several staining things, the plastic is getting stained. Cleanability is a messy procedure. It's not robust. These are all the 5 complaints not given by the customers, given by Glen themselves. But Glen might have taken the customer supports, customer feedbacks. These have been given the Desmania. The Desmania comes with several concepts in line with the brand language. They make the efficiency of the system with hardware constraints. In order to reduce the footprint area forms, they made with vertical stack, they just reoriented and they made lot of stability and modification to have the robust Indian market. This is what they have the ideation. So earlier the product was little, they made it into a spill-proof bowl, no leakage, very minimal amount of attachments. They made a continuous reverse engineering, a continuous reverse introspection. They made the handling and easy cleaning, clean smooth surfaces without stain, part matting and rattle-free performance, rattling noise. Most of the choppers will have rattling noise. So the benefits after the Desmania taken the Glen, GSK or Glen are the very leading company in which they do lots of part modeling, remodifying. They are successful in launching the Glen. Successful launch of the Glen product has been selling last 10 years. A very renowned kind of product is this. So this is the 4th product, the 4th step of our scheme of presentation. That is a production process. How does the production we do? How does the demand information? What is the production system? What are the subset of productions? One is a unit production, batch production, mass production, continuous production. This is typical mechanical book definition. Whereas the production system should get information from demand information. What is the demand? So you need to have a kind of a demand survey from the literature, research, product research, how to deliver the products. What are the raw materials required for the productions? What are all the resources like power, water, area, space, workforce, all come under this. These are all the vital areas of production. Okay, this is where you see the live IoT, where you have less minimal human interventions, more amount of sensors, tactile sensors and non-tactile sensors, mostly connected with internet. Since its IoT platform is internet-based one, so all the alerts, all the pop-ups, automatic troubleshooting. I was looking for that word, troubleshooting, automatic troubleshooting. All were being carried out by its own. By taking the feedback of the previous ones. If it could not locate it, it will stop and alert the operator or the expert person immediately. That too, who is very nearer to the company, who can access the company very fastly. So production and manufacturing, there is a mild difference. Production converts inputs and intermediates to a final product, which may or may not use the machinery, whereas manufacturing is the process of transforming raw materials into finished goods by deploying various processes. So you should see what is the difference between a production and manufacturing. Manufacturing is an extraordinary process of raw material into finished goods, whereas production just intermediate level of conversion of intermediate product to a final product. So a painting is a production company, whereas who is making a paddy and convert it into rice, that is manufacturing. You start from raw material, you get the seeds, you plant it, you harvest it, you make into rice. That is the finished good. You give the finished good. That finished goods are intermediate. That can be, so your food industry is a, hotel is a production industry. Farming is a manufacturing industry. So this is how you differentiate between two industries. So this is how these are all textbook things, how manufacturing and production differs. Manufacturing transforms the raw materials into finished goods, whereas production converts intermediates into final output. So company owns the raw material and process to generate. Here you have that process to derive the finished goods. So results in goods only. Manufacturing gives you goods. Here it can be sometimes goods. Production can be even services also, like Baiju, like Upgrade, like Unilad. Lots of companies, service companies are the vital GDP role creators. So you may not use machinery where machine material is must for manufacturing. So I find this particular contrast of two things which can give you a contrast. We always think production and manufacturing are same. Some they use synonymously, but there is a mild difference between the final one. I like every type of manufacturing is a production, but every production is not a manufacturing, because manufacturing must involve machine material and setup. Whereas it may not be required in this case of production. I like this slide. So this is the fifth part, the final part of the talk today. This is about launch. So before launch, what should we do? So you may be seeing a lot of launching of cars, launching of several products. I'm taking an example of the movie industry. So before a movie is going to be getting launched, teaser, usually there is a pre-production team who are already experienced with creating some short films in YouTube's, in your college level, in your school level, for the cultural programs. They may be doing it without knowing this is the pre-production set. First, people will sit as the initiation of idea. Same things will happen. Star cast, whom to be taken, whom to be given the roles. Finally, pre-production is where we should add the audio elements. What are all the graphic elements, coloring. Lot of pre-production things be involved in launching a movie or a visual. It may be even why to put in a word or a movie. It can be an advertisement video, a catchy advertisement for a product. If you want to you launch a product through an advertisement, you just think about the movie. You need to have a pre-production part. So next few slides will be about how to launch your product if you are having a product as a visual media. Yes, that is what I want to see. Pre-production, production, and post-production. The production of EDUC 5.1. So you have conceptualization. I told about the scripting, what are things, storyboarding, scouting location, where we have to
சார் சாரி சார் சார் கொஞ்சம் அன்மியூட் பண்ணிடுங்க you are not audible. மியூட் பண்ணிட்டீங்க உங்கள்ட்ட அன்மியூட் பண்ணிடுங்க. ஓகே ஃபைன். எஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டச் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. ஓகே
yeah
ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேரிங் கொடுத்துருங்க சார்.
yes is it right from the place where I have left? Is it audible now? Can I get a yes?
Yeah, we are not getting the screen, sir. Presentation. Yes. Okay, sir. We are getting, sir.
Yeah. Sorry for the distraction. So these are all the three important vital steps of pre-production, production, and post-production. Post-production was just saying before the launch, we do the video editing, motion graphics, and mastering by DVD writing. So this is about the movie launch. So now we get into this particular one. You can see the inline batch process where you have the analysis of typical quality analysis or quality analytics, quality testing of several automobile body structures. So this is where I told industry 1, 2, 3, 4 gets evolved. Industry 1 just started with the invention of steam engines, mechanizations. 2 with about the transport and the mass production. They started doing it with the help of electrical power. The second industry got a vital thing by the invention of electrical power, discovery of the electricity. So the third one is automation. What we are now, we are in the transition from 3 to 4, where automation is taking diversified transition towards the internet role-playing automation. The automation will be industry 4.0 is a smart factory, which is an autonomous decision. That is why these days there is a lot of scope of BE, artificial intelligence and data science is industry 4.0. I think at the end of the second counseling session itself, I see even the latest colleges having the latest department called BE Artificial Intelligence. I wonder all the seats have been emptied because of the anticipated forecast of this industry 4.0. Nothing else. So that is why the autonomous decision by the cyber physical systems, whenever the cyber and the physical systems get in MOUs, automatically IoT comes into the picture. So the big data analytics, what is super about big data. What is cloud data? So it's all sounding like a computer science department. I am very sorry to say it's no more a computer science department. You always see the computer science is like it's like a khichdi kind. It can be used for any place. You don't have proper rice, make khichdi. If you don't have proper bread, make khichdi. If you don't, it's like a noodles. Like now, IoT and computer science has become, no department is sparing IoT. So there is a part of computer science in everybody's life. Earlier we used to say in sale advertisement, there is a part of steel in everybody's life. But now there is a part of IoT in everybody's life. Your insurance is getting alerted. Your bike service is getting alerted. Your Ola, Uber rides are getting alerted. So now all thanks to IoT. We have to thank that. So this is the gradual transition of 1 to 2, 2 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 4. See, this is what this simulation and system integration, cyber security, cloud computing, additive manufacturing, a vital it's an evolving field where you have very less amount of waste, near net manufacturing, augmented reality. So one with the other has a very close knitted relationship, augmented, big data. So this I was saying again and again about IoT. If somebody could able to study a 2-month program, 1-month program offered by different universities like Coursera or education online sites offered in international sites. Now IIT started offering courses, PG diploma courses, upgrade, lots of. So only thing is you have to invest more time and take up a lot of updated books and updated examples. This is again a simple transition of mechanization to mass production to automation to cyber-physical systems. These are all the operations form where you have industrial water, well water. I have just taken an example of water treatment plant. Or water treatment plant la IoT in the level every water order ppm, water order hardness, and then the stages la raw material and the primary processing, then cleaning, then the processing and cleaning, which takes a closed loop, cooling water boiler. So that is a kind of how the process is being streamlined. An example for liquid crystal manufacturing process using ultra pure water with high degree of purity. So the main objective of the process is to create a liquid crystal. For creating a liquid crystal, you cannot use a normal water. It should be ultra pure water so that you can result with the liquid crystal manufacturing. So what are all the level of purity required? These are all the processes which is being deployed to get ultra pure water so that the product what you get is a liquid crystals. So you have a wastewater recovery also, wastewater processing also. So the final one, what you see is the product launch. What I was saying, the most 9 methods to have the product launch. What are all the 9 method? The fifth part of the ending part of the talk is product launching, which has taken the most powerful 9 methods of launching. So just for the sake of animation, I have this rocket launch was there. Okay, this is a very old method in usual markets and towns. A balloon seller will be there. You can see you can win IGCAR. Somebody in that book they have quoted this very good example. They will keep on giving one balloon. A balloon seller will come to a market. He will leave one balloon in air. Somebody who is distant few kilometers, they might come. No, the balloon wala has come. He has to go and get the balloon. So it becomes an advertisement. Obviously, 20 balloons or 50 balloons if we sell, and 1 balloon he leaves in air. It may be getting compensated with the profit margin. This is a way of introducing your product, giving by free. You are in this case, a balloon is given to air as a free product. Automatically, you start giving free product. Automatically, you start. That is how this Milky Mist started giving a probiotic curd with the pack of a paneer. Next time you go, automatically, if you get tempted to buy a curd, you will ask for a Milky Mist curd because earlier you have tasted it with the Milky Mist paneer. So some kind of free tagging and making you getting acquainted, getting exposed to a particular quality of the product. So these are all the teaser campaigns. Nowadays, teasers, no? Like in our 90s kids, 80s kids, there were several examples I can give you. There was a soap, now it is no more, maybe in Europe, L'Essence. I see 2 months time, what is L'Essence? L'Essence means fragrance. What is L'Essence? L'Essence means softness. We all were breaking as an 80s kid, mid-90s, the advertisement were streaming in TVs. What is L'Essence? What is L'Essence? Then they told L'Essence is a soap, very big soap, that's all. All were curious talking about, this is about teaser campaign. And later on, lot of things. 90s, late 90s, Arogya was launching a product, Arogya Milk. And they did a product research. What is the frequently kept name? And they come to know, first name was Sachin. But Sachin seems to be very North name. In US, they did the research. Then they come to know as a Hindu family in Indian context, they keep the name Arjun. So in mid-90s, I remember, I am right, they have an advertisement called Arjunoda Amma Yaru. Meaning is, who is mother of Arjun? The advertisement teaser was going for a month ago and everybody was talking, who is Arjun's mother? Who is Arjun? Later on, whoever give milk, which is having a 4.5% of fat, which is pasteurized, all fat pasteurized milk will have for 4. From that advertisement onwards, all the customers got the information that a pasteurized milk with 4.5% of fat is a mandatory requirement for a packet milk. So this is how you do the teaser campaign. Why not in food? It is for the even health sector. In the same mid and late 90s, there was a strolling there. Will Puliraja get AIDS? Why they kept the name Puliraja? The reason is, can we keep the name Will Ramesh get AIDS? Will Suresh? It creates automatically disgrace. This Ramesh will definitely file a suit. Even you can see that Puliraja's hairstyle and the cartoon caricature was slightly resembling our superstar. They filed a suit. They were totally against that. Mr. Right, you remove my iconic hairstyle and cooler black with the bell bottom. It somewhere resembles Rajnikant. So they are not able to digest such kind of defaming disease or a defaming disgrace in the society. So why they kept Puliraja is, in the entire telephone directory, in the entire gazette they have gone through, there is no name called Puliraja. So there is a name called Raja, but never it is associated with Puliraja. Maybe after the ad has ever emerged, there may be a person with Puliraja. So they, for the sake of safety, they kept the name Puliraja. It's nowhere expected, but it is a man, and they wanted to create. That also created a very good viral advertisement in the late 90s. This is about the teaser campaign. Yeah, this is about our teaser campaign coming soon. We'll have a very big showroom, which is coming soon. Naturally, trends, they will be Max coming soon, Big Bazaar coming soon, lots of Spar coming soon. So recent one, I think Max has opened 4 or 5 showrooms in, it's a textile outlet in Pondicherry. Usually that one mall was there, I think, Imperia. I don't remember the name of that. Max was outlet. I think 4 or 5 Max outlets have come in Prudential Mall, I think. Prudential Mall in Pandi. It has Max, I think, and I think 4 or 5 Max showrooms, both these all have been again and again. Before they come, they put this such codings like coming soon, coming soon. So usually they give recent November 6th. I remember Royal Enfield Meteor. Earlier Java was having the hype. Now this retrofitted bikes, no retro bikes. After that Prema movie got hit, this Royal Enfield was the first benefit out of that Prema movie. Now Royal Enfield Meteor 350, which has vibrant colors. November 6th, I get frequent advertisement in Facebook. So now guess what? Guess what? That's what I told. No, who is Arjun's mother? What is Lasonsi? Such kind of guess what we have. Then the video trailers, the next level. From the teaser, they go for the next trailers, which will have a short few minute videos, which gives you the nutshell, all those important vital scenes. Trailer la mukkiyamaana scenes alla eduthu they just coined, and so you can see that last year it was there, so they made into a kind of official trailer of the influencer marketer. This is a very, very important thing. So influencer marketer is some kind of textual. Sometimes somebody, they will have a kind of targeted influencers ahead of launch to allow them to try to do. Like why they call it as influencer? I will go right away straight. What is it? We are putting a Shah Rukh Khan for a Byju ambassador. Why? Shah Rukh Khan, does he have any doctorate in teaching? Is he an expert in pedagogy? No. Is he have any academic skills? No. Is he have any academic? This, I don't know why this engineering or any teaching people, they have the craziness of calling cinema celebrities. None of the cinema launches call any engineering professors to launch their products. But we always have the craziness of inviting Sivakarthikeyan, though he's an engineering graduate from a JJ Engineering College. I don't find any technical meaning in inviting for such. I feel certain deemed universities, they intentionally put in the advertisement, Sonu Nigam, Sid Sriram comes for our concert. Immediately 20,000 North Indian students go and join the university only because Sid Sriram comes for the concert. What is the relevance of Sid Sriram in the technical education? Sonu Nigam, see, this is all the influence marketing. Now you come to the concept why Shah Rukh Khan is he's becoming a brand ambassador for a Byju. That is why Baiju has become the sponsor of Indian cricket team. It's a service sector. There is a debate, a highly debated influence marketing, because in European countries, if an average student gets out an average job, gets an average salary, he is happy. But in India, an average student is promised for an outstanding marks. So the average student cannot match up, or sometimes he can match up to an above average, but at the expense of huge amounts spent by their parents. So you lure, because in Indian context, you ask your parents to spend money for education, they will even they will mortgage their property to buy. I have seen some people who have got credit card loans for buying a Baiju gadget for their kids. But having a gadget won't you ensure inbuilt knowledge. But we are in the aspirations. Indians are more aspirate, especially South Indians, have more aspirations towards education. I don't see any advertisements of Baiju happening in GDP, less GDP states. They never concentrate in Orissa. They never concentrate in Northeast. They concentrate in Andhra. They concentrate in Kerala. They concentrate in Karnataka, Maharashtra. Why? Why? Because the GDP is more. The people have the craziness of taking up education more seriously. So this is how you do the influencer market. So all those examples, what you understand, what is Baiju, what is firstrank.com, whatever available in the paid form is the same available in the form of normal form also. Only thing, we don't pay it, so we don't value. We give the value, only we pay money for it. Otherwise, we don't value. That is the influencer marketing thing. This is how that you can see that instead of going somewhere and buying it just by augmented marketing, just dial. Amitabh Bachchan comes and says, anything you want, JD ki take. You call to JD. You want the painter, you want paint, you want civil structures, you want steel structures, whatever you want, JD. JD, Amitabh Bachchan, if it comes to it, that's all. If you have a Virat Kohli as a brand ambassador of RummyCircle.com, Tamanna comes, play Rummy, 3 people commit suicide, nobody bothers. That is influencer market. Now gradually Rummy Circle is getting less interest. Now they have a IPL. You choose 11 people. You play against the IPL 11 against Saurav Ganguly. These influence marketers come. All online marketing games will be directly connected with your bank accounts. You start taking loan from the friends and you play. Finally, you end up miserably in suicide. So this is how you have influencer marketing. When Tamanna comes and say, I see just people saying in Rummy Circle, I bought this bike, I bought laptop for my son. These kind of online games make you to have a victim of an influence marketing. So take pre-orders, booking, giveaways and competition. You can be the best example for giveaways and competition. I suppose nearly 1 year Jio SIM card gave free data, making you addicted to particular SIM. Every of your family, we have a father stored in the name of Appa and the father Appa Jio. You have a mother number earlier with Amma, now on that particular Amma Jio. Everybody had their sister Jio. Everybody duplicated their number as added to the Ramesh Jio. Later 1 year after, all the SIM companies totally distinguished. Totally, it got diluted, not distinguished. Only Jio got distinguished. Now you see, earlier was Uninar, Vodafone, Hutch. How many? 13, 14 companies. Now only 2 players, Jio and BSNL. And the third struggling partner who is acquired as VI, Vodafone and Idea now acquired into a joint venture. And Airtel is no more a big role player. Aircel has totally gone totally out of the play. Only Jio and so totally there is one private SIM company and one government SIM company. And that is also, you have the who is the biggest role player, you'll be knowing it. This is about giveaway and competitions. The plan an event is like a launch party for automobile sectors where you have influencers, local businesses, celebrities, actresses to create a buzz around who has launched the product. Renault being Ranbir Singh has launched the Renault product. So how to collaborate it? Collaborate with small businesses, big businesses, working together with small and having a win-win situations in launching a product where you can have a hotel industry can always tie up with tourism industry. Tourism industry will have an automotive, like best examples, Mahindra Holidays. You have an automotive existing automotive sector of Mahindra, which has collaborated with Mahindra Holidays and Mahindra Hotels, Club Mahindra. So like that, the best example in our context is GRT Resorts, GRT Jewelry, GRT Engineering College. So once your brand is being there, you can automatically collaborate between your own sister concerns. So once you create one particular product, automatically use the brand name, you collaborate it with the other people and take the knowledge from them, take the information and start establishing your small businesses into bigger ones. You launch your own product by collaborating with the small businesses, and you start acquiring different places, different players. I think when there is a scope of acquiring several industries and you make it a collaboration, it can be a MOU or ventures also. So the eighth one is very important, building a story, very, very important. If you want to have a successful product in selling a market, you need to build a story. That is what I don't know. Who is Arjun's mother? Who gives 4.5% milk? So one line gives a story. Arjun's mother is one who gives the 4.5% of milk. It's a story in a line. And those days we get an advertisement like taking egg, NECC, National Egg Council Corporation gives an advertisement like Sunday, Yahoo, Monday, Rose Kaya, Ande. Why do they want to create somebody, so a tag, a punchliner or one-liner towards a product? You need to build a story around a product. This is how you make your success user story, role story. You have to create what is the goal, benefit, acceptance criteria. This is what, this is again, so there is it's an European egg advertisement. Andrew Good, he is who? He delivers newspapers, he rides bike to school, he has his max test, means he excels max test, he plays football, he takes piano classes, he reads comic books, loves an egg a day. So you need to take an egg a day. That is the cheapest source of protein. So this is an advertisement to consume egg, to promote the consumption of egg, because the cheapest source of protein. So behind that, there is a story, Andrew Good. So you have several arrangements like egg-like caricatures. You can see even Vodafone Zuzu caricatures to create some kind of awareness in the about the idea product launches, ideas and launches. So final one is email campaign. We are also victimized for, we are already used it. If you ask a 2 BHK rent in Gmail, in your Facebook, a 2 BHK near Villanur is available, a pop-up will come. Your friend is in Villanur, you are doing a G-chat asking for a 2 BHK, I'm getting married in the near future. You can look at 2 BHK, like that you text chat, all your texts are being watched. When you go to a Facebook, right side, 2 BHK Villanur, 7,500 available. Are you interested? Such kind of advertisements. So your email campaign can be from your backend, or without your knowledge, it can be taken from your social sites also. So they keep on sending you mails, socials, updates. They keep on saying that offer is there, this offer is there. You have this code, this offer codes are there. If you have a credit card, you're gone. You'll get repeated alerts for Big Bazaar, Amazon. Now you can see, now it's a big billion days. Amazon, great sale. These kind of things they keep on pumping you only through the email campaigns. Yes, this is how they do with different kinds of mails, Google, etc., Quora, different sites. They keep on tracking your social, you may not say it's a social well-being, your social updating frequencies. Sales and marketing. This is how this is a typical marketing guide. All data speaks, and seasonal analysis and demand study forecasting. Out and out an MBA product deals about whatever sales you have achieved, automatically you have to relocate to the next possible targets. So highly stressed areas, you need a very strategic plan in terms of choosing your execution as well as your workforce. Choosing your workforce is a very vital thing in it. So this is how you keep on creating your profit margin. What are the leads, prospects, and customers? Ultimately, dollar money only speaks. Your product should be in a cost effective. It should be cheaper, as well as your product margin should be decisive. You can increase the number of product sales, whereas by having a minimal profit margin, automatically you can keep up the sales volume can be increased. That is how you speak about retaining the customers, the prospects of the products. Who are all the people take the lead? They are the leading pioneers. They are the leading manufacturers. That kind of goodwill creation, like Johnson & Johnson in baby products. Wipro was struggling, but Johnson & Johnson, even they have lots of issues with their quality standards. But till now, some Himalaya company has tried to make its impact. But Wipro and Himalaya are definitely second and third when you compare with Johnson. Okay, this is the final slide of today's talk. I think I have touched some health industry, some automobile industry, some virtual reality, augmented reality, computer science, some kind of civil hardness, mechanical hardness designs, product designs which emerged throughout in the current perspective. So if you want to see this is a final slide, it gives you a thank you. I just want to give you a thank you with some kind of technical information. There is a rate of change versus time. Why I plot this graph? I like this graph. Graph seems to be very uninteresting. No colors, no bar chart. But you little introspect into the graph. That is a very good takeaway. Very good information. Technology is taking a very smooth, positive slope with respect to time. But you see the human adaptability is far low. I see my own father who's struggling to cope up with texting in WhatsApp. They have, because human adaptability is less compared to the amount of slope taken by the technology. I myself had some issues in coping up certain first couple of payments. I fumbled in Google Pay. I could not make Google Pay. It may be sounding little by class 9 student, class 8 student can make a Google Pay comfortably. Other than that, people used to say Samsung Pay, UPI, lot of pay has come. I had only now currently I'm using Google Pay after kind of, so because the human adaptability is lagging behind the advancement of technology. So as the time proceeds, the technology is going up, whereas the human adaptability is lagging. So where is the place? We are here means the human adaptability is much lower than the technological. Technology is here much ahead than the adaptability. It needs a lot of short-term courses, lot of coping up, lot of teaching to be done about. That is why this bridge courses, that short-term upgrade courses, online courses, why people are very fancy about taking up certain PG diplomas, certain upgrades. Now IIT also have come with BSc distance mode program on programming and data science, 3-year course. A huge fees amount. IIT Chennai, IIC Bangalore has now launched such program who can take up the gap between the requirement in the industry can be bridged. The exact gap between the academics and the industry. There is a definitely a wide gap between the employability and the academic setup. This gap should be bridged with some kind of bridge course, which will have the immediate enhancement of employability skills. So that is the way it has to be. So that gap, you can see the gap, we are here solid block and adaptability. The gap should be filled by some kind of technical inputs. I hope this session might have given you some bits and pieces of product design thinking in different areas like medical, automobile, civil, computer science related, and electrical, as well as the final cinema, media making, and especially this launching of the things, how it is launched. So I thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity, for giving the maiden first talk of this session, and I wanted to get associated in the future forthcoming days in if the normal time, if the pandemic rolls up in normal condition comes, I definitely come there and deliver you a lot of such technical as well as such kind of management access. I thank you once again. Thank you for your kind patience, and if any queries are there, I'll be eager to answer it. Thank you.
Thank you for your wonderful speech, sir. So Sarah has shared the knowledge in the area of IoT platform, various design trends, Industry 4.0, cyber security, and sharing a wonderful experience in product launch method. It really wonderful and useful, sir. And now I request the participant, if you have any queries or if you want to interact with Dr. N.L.Parthasarathi, sir, you can ask the question. So if you feel any difficulty, you can post your question in the chat box itself.
At the same time, somebody can feedback session is there, sir. Feedback.
Feedback link we are just
fine,
posted,
fine, sir. Anything is fine. Feedback, sir.
Now the participant can ask the questions to our speaker. Now the question is open for participant. You can share your questions. Sir, one.
Yeah, yes, sir.
There is one question in the chat box.
Mm.
Sir, Parthasarathi, sir.
I'm listening, sir.
Can I read the question or you can?
Yeah,
go through it?
you where it is a chat box? There is. Group chat box, no, sir.
Yes,
You can read, sir. I cannot see. Where
okay, okay. So the question is, there is any brain interfacing
interfacing
technology?
technology. Yeah. So brain interfacing technology, as far as neural networks and other things are considered, we just mimic the existing algorithms using the computational technologies. Like we have different algorithms like genetic algorithm, particle swarm algorithms, optimization techniques, neural network techniques. Such kind of things are there. Exactly, there is not as artificial intelligence. It sounds like associated with brain-related activity. Exactly. Human brain is it can be 1,000 or 1,000,000 can be mimicked for the logical reasoning and decision making, whereas exact brain like mapping and other things are not being currently it's all in the research process only. But the existing one which are already incorporated neurons and neural network things, where you give us the inputs and outputs, you train for particular data and you get the output, multiple layer neural networking, these kind of things, we are trying to mimic the smartness of human beings. Whereas for such kind of extreme complex states, you need exhaustive sensors, especially mechanical sensors ranging from temperature sensors, luminescence sensors, lot of sensors. And once the acquiring of certain data, you need to handle a very big server capacity in network trafficking. It needs complex kind of, right now even a few terabytes, few things is there for server backups. Even then, some kind of network trafficking, some kind of lag may create or cause very costly mistakes if it is in case of some maintenance of flats or some, but you take it for some medical aspects. So some kind of human intervention is always preferred. Even then, it is an IoT based automatic kind of artificial intelligence incorporated thing. There is a potential scope to do R&D and further optimize the performances. There is always a potential. As of now, the brain-like works has been under R&D. Thank you. I think I have done some justice to your query. You can anytime you can mail me regarding such, but I feel personally current this the MSME launched by central government, no, micro small enterprise level. I think those are already having an idea of entrepreneurial projects. If you apply it through with your after the even 12th standard student with their certificates, they can apply for MSME. MSME is you have to submit a model proposal in which it should have some quotes, budgetary quotes from 3 people, and your proposal with your degree certificate or a 12th standard certificate and submit it to the MSME site. There is no processing fee involved in it. They will allot the local bank, and among the amounts sanctioned, the 25% will go as subsidy. You need not pay back it. Now the Startup India is taking a very good role in terms of revamping MSME. If you are really interested in taking, you may be interested, sometimes your friend, your brother, who want to take the real project, entrepreneurial, first time, the main reason, the requirement, you should be a first time industry maker. You should not have already one industry and you want to revamp. That is not possible. You should not, your relatives or your own blood relatives should not have, and you should be only one of it's the first time. For that, they have that. You can make a note of the words needs, NEEDS, needs in MSME site. It's by Tamil Nadu. These many applications they require, they process it, they allocate the nearest bank. You need to go to the bank people. Maybe they may ask, definitely not much collateral and other things. They will definitely take up that. It seems MSME is very active now. And in that, the main attraction is, I think, some 20% or 25% is coming under subsidy. You need not repay it. So you should take up, and you should disseminate or share this information about ME to the people who are really interested in entrepreneurial projects. Entrepreneur, I want to become a product manufacturer. So the word itself, you can say like you want to become a firm owner, you want to have an organization, you want to have a fabrication place, then you have to take up for the need of funds, you take the support from the bank. So such kind of MSME is now currently available. You need to see that the MSME site in perspective the needs, NEEDS, needs. That is the scheme for the first time entrepreneur. Thank you for your patient listening. I think a lot of people are you can I'll flash my mail ID, yeah, for any kind of contacts. You can always make up this. So I'll be eager if you can post few of the feedback or even some shortfalls, some criticisms. I'm open to everything. Thank you for the opportunity. I thank the management and the college HOD, my good friend Thiago sir, everyone, Rajavel sir, HOD sir, principal sir, the management, the chairman. I thank everyone for giving me a wonderful opportunity, making my Sunday more delighted and more useful in terms of sharing few of my slides with the upcoming faculty, as well as maybe few of the students also might have. I thank for giving me a wonderful opportunity to share my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request the participant, please fill the feedback form, which is posted in the chat box. So now we are in the final stage of our day 1 session. I request Dr. K. Hemalata ma'am to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. With a small note, I would continue my vote of thanks. Our director cum principal is not able to join us in this inaugural session due to unavoidable situation. He will deliver his speech in the valedictory function. It gives me immense pleasure to propose this vote of thanks. At first, I would like to thank Dr. Ravindra Kumar Soni, Director and Regional Office, and his supporting team for their support and guidance. A special thanks to our chief guest, Dr. N.L.Parthasarathi, Scientific Officer E, IGCAR Kalpakkam, for his wonderful speech. I must mention a deep sense of thanks to our management for providing us lots of opportunities in organizing such programs. I extend my sincere thanks to our director cum principal, Dr. V.S.K. Venkatachalamurthy sir, for his encouragement, support, and guidance that has made this inauguration function a success. I also extend my thanks to all the expert speakers who have accepted our invitation to be part of this online ATAL FDP. I also thank Dr. K. Velmurugan, Dean R&D and coordinator of this ATAL FDP, for his tireless efforts in organizing this FDP. Special thanks to all the participants for extending their willingness in participating in this FDP. Finally, I would like to thank all the heads of the departments and faculties of Sri Manakula Vinayagar Engineering College. My heartfelt thanks to one and all. Thank you. So we'll have a short break and we will rejoin the next session by 11:45 a.m. Thank you.